1. A 58-year-old male with community-acquired pneumonia develops acute respiratory distress syndrome, ARDS. His PaO2-FiO2 ratio is 85 mg on FiO2 of 1.0 and PEEP of 14 cm H2O. According to the Berlin definition, what is the severity classification of his ARDS? A. Mild. B. Moderate. C. Severe. D. 2. In the ARSNet trial, what was the target tidal volume recommended for lung protective ventilation in ARDS patients? A. 4 to 6 kg of actual body weight. B. 6 to 8 kg of predicted body weight. C. 8-10 mL per kilograms of predicted body weight. D. 10-12 mL of actual body weight. 3. A patient with severe ARDS has a plateau pressure of 34 cm H2O despite low tidal volume ventilation. Which of the following interventions is most appropriate to reduce ventilator-induced lung injury? A. Increase the respiratory rate to maintain minute ventilation. B. Initiate prone positioning for more than 12 hours per day. C. Increase PEEP to improve oxygenation. D. Switch to pressure-controlled ventilation. 4. According to current evidence, what is the recommended duration of prone positioning per day in patients with severe ARDS? A. At least 4 hours. B. At least 8 hours. C. At least 12 hours. D. At least 16 hours. 5. A 45-year-old woman with septic shock requires norepinephrine at 0.3 mg per kilogram for min to maintain a mean arterial pressure MAP of 65 mmHg. Her central venous oxygen saturation SCVO2 is 58%, which is the most appropriate next step. A. Add vasopressin as a second-line agent. B. Add dobutamine to improve oxygen delivery. C. Increase norepinephrine dose. D. Administer hydrocortisone. 6. In the Surviving Sepsis Campaign guidelines, what is the recommended target mean arterial pressure MAP for initial resuscitation in septic shock? A. Greater than or equal to 55 mmHg. B. Greater than or equal to 60 mmHg. C. Greater than or equal to 65 mmHg. D. Greater than or equal to 70 mmHg. 7. According to the START-ACHI trial, which statement regarding timing of renal replacement therapy, RRT, initiation in critically ill patients with acute kidney injury is correct? A. Early initiation reduces 90-day mortality. B. Accelerated strategy reduces dialysis dependence at 90 days. C. A delayed strategy allows RRT avoidance in some patients without mortality benefit from early initiation. D. Early initiation improves renal recovery rates. 8. A mechanically ventilated patient develops acute kidney injury requiring continuous renal replacement therapy, CRRT. Which of the following is the recommended effluent dose according to current evidence? A. 15 ml/hour. B. 20-25 cup/hour. C. 30 to 35 kg/hour. D. 40 to 45 ml/hour. 9. In a patient with traumatic brain injury and acute kidney injury requiring renal replacement therapy, which modality is preferred to maintain intracranial pressure stability? Intermittent hemodialysis. B. Sustained low-efficiency dialysis. C. Continuous venovenous hemofiltration. Peritoneal dialysis. 10. A 62-year-old male with cardiogenic shock following acute myocardial infarction has a cardiac index of 1.6 mmHg, pulmonary capillary wedge pressure of 24 mmHg, and MAP of 58 mmHg despite norepinephrine. What is the most appropriate next step? A. Add dobutamine. B. Initiate intra-aortic balloon pump. C. Increase norepinephrine dose. D. Administer fluid bolus. 11. According to the SBA classification of cardiogenic shock, which stage is characterized by hypotension without hypoperfusion? A. Stage A. B. Stage B. C. Stage C. D. Stage D. 12. A patient with septic shock is receiving norepinephrine at 0.5 mg per kilogram min. The ICU team is considering initiating enteral nutrition. Based on current evidence, which statement is most accurate? A. Enteral nutrition is absolutely contraindicated in patients on vasopressors. B. Enteral nutrition can be safely initiated once hemodynamic stability is achieved. C. Parenteral nutrition is preferred over enteral nutrition in patients on vasopressors. D. Enteral nutrition should only be started after vasopressors are discontinued. 13. What is the primary mechanism by which permissive hypercapnia may be protective in ARDS? A. Improved oxygen delivery through right shift of the oxygen-hemoglobin dissociation curve. B. Reduced tidal volumes limiting ventilator-induced lung injury. C. Direct anti-inflammatory effects of carbon dioxide. D. Enhanced surfactant production. 14. A patient with acute liver failure develops grade 3 hepatic encephalopathy. Which complication must be urgently assessed and treated? A. Hypernatremia. B. C. Hypertension. D. 15. In the management of hyperosmolar hyperglycemic state, HHS, what is the recommended initial rate of serum sodium correction? A is 5.1 mol per hour. B. 1 to 2 mol per hour. C. 2-3 mol per hour. 3 per hour. 16. A patient on mechanical ventilation has the following measurements: exhaled tidal volume 500 milliliter, peak inspiratory pressure 35 cm H2O, plateau pressure 25 cm H2O, and PEEP 5 cm H2O. What is the static compliance? A. 14 H2O. B. 7 MENA. C. 12. D. 33 H2O. 17. Which of the following parameters is the most reliable predictor of fluid responsiveness in a mechanically ventilated patient with sinus rhythm? A. Central venous pressure. B. Pulse pressure variation. C. Pulmonary artery occlusion pressure. D. Inferior vena cava diameter. 18. In a patient with acute respiratory failure secondary to severe COVID-19 pneumonia, awake-prone positioning is being considered. Which statement is correct regarding this intervention? A. It should only be used in intubated patients. B. It may improve oxygenation and reduce the need for intubation. C. It is contraindicated in patients on high-flow nasal cannula. D. Minimum duration should be 30 minutes per session. 19. A 55-year-old patient with severe community-acquired pneumonia develops ARDS. The team is considering the use of neuromuscular blocking agents. According to evidence, in which subset of patients may early neuromuscular blockade be beneficial? A. All patients with ARDS. B. Patients with mild ARDS, PaO2, FiO2 200 to 300. C. Patients with severe ARDS, PaO2 150. D. Only patients with asynchronous breathing. 20. What is the recommended maximum plateau pressure in patients with ARDS to minimize ventilator-induced lung injury? A. Greater than or equal to 25 cm H2O. B. Greater than or equal to 30 cm H2O. C. Greater than or equal to 35 cm H2O. D. Greater than or equal to 40 cm H2O. 21. A patient with septic shock has a lactate level of 6 millimole per liters. After initial resuscitation, repeat lactate is 5.5 millimoliliter at 2 hours. According to the Surviving Sepsis campaign, what lactate clearance target should be achieved? A. 10% reduction within 2 to 4 hours. B. 20% reduction within 2 to 4 hours. C. Normalization within 6 hours. D. 50% reduction within 6 hours. 22. In the assessment of a patient with suspected brainstem death, which of the following reflexes must be absent? A. Babinski reflex, tendon reflexes, cremasteric reflex. 23. A patient with traumatic brain injury has an intracranial pressure of 28 mHz and an mean arterial pressure of 85 mmHg. What is the cerebral perfusion pressure and what intervention is indicated? A. CPP 57 intervention required to increase CPP. B. CPP 7 no intervention required. C. CPP 100, intervention required to reduce ICP. D. CPP, no intervention required. 24. According to the KDIGO classification, a patient with a serum creatinine increase of 2.5 times from baseline has which stage of acute kidney injury? A. Stage. B. Stage 2. C. Stage 3. D. Cannot be determined without urine output data. 25. A patient requires urgent central venous access. Which site has the lowest risk of mechanical complications during insertion? A. Internal jugular vein. B. Subclavian vein. Femoral vein. D. Peripheral inserted central catheter. 26. In a patient with acute exacerbation of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, on non-invasive ventilation, which blood gas parameter is most important to monitor for response to therapy? A. B. C. D. 3. 27. A ventilated patient develops sudden hypotension, elevated peak airway pressures, absent breath sounds on the right side, and tracheal deviation to the left. What is the most likely diagnosis? A. Right main bronchus intubation. Tension pneumothorax. C. Pulmonary embolism. D. Mucus plug obstruction. 28. Which of the following drugs requires dose adjustment in continuous renal replacement therapy due to significant removal? A. B. Propofol. C. D. 29. A patient with severe pancreatitis develops abdominal compartment syndrome with an intra-abdominal pressure of 28 mm/Hg. Which is the most appropriate initial management? A. Emergency surgical decompression. B. Percutaneous drainage of ascites. C. Neuromuscular blockade. D. Conservative management with diuretics.